Hi everyone and welcome to this new video about Matomo Analytics. In today's session we're going to see events. Let's start by defining what are they. So events are interactions which are not measured by default with Matomo Analytics. The typical use case are the following one is, for example, let's imagine that you have some visitors which are doing some actions on your website, like leaving a comment, for example, or even scrolling down the page. So that kind of actions are not measured by default by Matomo, and in order to measure them, you need to add some additional tracking code. So the best practices when you are using events are, of course, to check twice that the implementation that you did is working properly. As well, when you use events, you have three values to push, which are the category, the name, and the action. So, of course, as you will probably measure several events, you need to be sure that all the data are consistent, and as well you need as well to ensure that all those data are sent properly to your Matomo. So let's now see that in practice. Okay, so here you have Matomo UI, and as you can see, you have one category which is named behavior, and if you click under it, you will see that one report is named events. So here we have one Matomo who is collecting a lot of events. You can see that those events can be about e-commerce, about media, video, adding review, and so on and so forth. And if you click on any of them, you will see that actually some additional data are pushed to this given media video category, and here you can see that the event action are seek, play, pause, resume, finish, and of course you can even get information regarding the user, the visitor who actually performed those specific interactions on your website. Okay, but probably the question that you would like me to answer is how can you implement actually the event tracking within your website? So for that, you just need to go on the user guide that we have on the matomo.org website, and here you have the JavaScript track event documentation, which is going to lead you to the following line of code. Okay, so that's how we are implementing events in Matomo Analytics. I'm going to show you as well another method thanks to what we call the tag manager, and I'm going to take one page. So let's imagine that's my page, right? I have one button on this page and I would like to track this given button as an event. What I can do is actually I can just here copy and paste this given line of code and come and insert it within the source code of my website. I'm gonna add a JavaScript, what we call JavaScript event, which is an on-click, which means that every time that someone is gonna click on this given element, I want the following function to be fired, and in my case, it's gonna send to Matomo the information that an event should be registered with the following data associated to it. So here the first one that you can see, the first field is the category of your event. So I'm going to name it like button clicked. Then I'm gonna just put here as an action the information that's a click, and as a name I'm gonna give it the click text name of the button, right? So I'm just gonna call it click me. Okay, let's update this, and now if I look at the source code of my page, I will see that this JavaScript function has been implemented. So here, if you are using Firefox, you just do right click on it and you will see that here you have your, oops, so here you can see that I did some mistakes, so that's not good. And click me, back push, and it should have been fine. So I'm just gonna go back over here and track event, back push. Okay, just gonna refresh my page again. Probably I get some, yeah, same mistakes happening. No idea. Yeah, my mistake actually. So that's why I said always double check your implementation. I forgot an equal here, so that's the reason why it did not work the way I expected. So now let's refresh the page and let's look back at my given button, and we will see that actually it has been, I hope, properly implemented, and this is what you can check up here, right? So if you go now on Matomo and if you refresh the page, normally no events should have been recorded because I have not yet clicked on this given button, right? So what you can see so far is that actually, of course, one previous event have been recorded because I still have the other example I would like to show you. I have the page which have been reloaded 3 times, but I still do not have actually the event that I would like. So here I'm going to just click on it, so like twice, and I'm going to see now if I refresh my page that actually those two events will be recorded, and this is exactly what happened here. As you can see, button clicked, click and click me has been registered, and as a result I will see those data coming in within my events report over here in sometimes depends of your server configuration, but yeah, in my case actually it has been sent right away. Okay, so as I previously mentioned, there's another method. So this one, as you can see, is kind of technical because you need to access to the source code. The other method that you can use is the one of the tag manager. So is what I define up here. So I have my container that I included on all the pages of my website, and I added one event, which is the one that you can see here, named Matomo Analytics Events. And it's a tracking type event where I insert here actually the value that I want to push, so the category, the action, and the name, which are exactly as I wanted to send over here. Now I'm gonna apply a trigger to it, which is every time that someone's gonna click on the click text element which contain the information that I want, make it that's click me, then I want the data to be pushed to the system, and this is exactly what is happening here. So if I click like 3 times on this one, I will see that actually the data will be pushed as we just previously saw, thanks to the Matomo Tag Manager as an event. Okay, so I really hope that actually you understood how to track events, and that you understood as well the importance of events. As you can see, actually, it's a bit technical. So the exercise that I could give you is please install a demo version of Matomo on your local server or on any installation that you can play with, and try to implement the events on your own in order to see the full power of it. Do not hesitate to use tools such as Matomo Tag Manager in order to easily deploy them, and if you are not sure of what you are doing, please do it with a developer. Thanks for watching.